Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel and welcome back to another Vlogmas video. So this probably will not be a long video, but I could not film this video. So let me share with you a couple of things that have happened. So in one of the Vlogmas videos I shared, or maybe it was before Vlogmas, I can't remember. It was in my last budget update. That I don't think was in my Vlogmas video. I shared with you that I had not received any child support yet. And you guys forgive me, I am just getting home from, well, it's 7:40 p.m. So I have been home from work for a skinny minute, but I have been at Taekwondo. So we're just getting in from Taekwondo. And I just put in our dinner. We are having the Just Like the Real Thing lasagna from the Craveable Keto Cookbook. And oh my, I can't wait to even try that. So we are doing that. So I shared with you in the Vlogmas, in the budget update video, that I had not received any child support. So today is the 20th of December, and I still have not received any child support, and we only have 11 days left of the school, of the month for December. Y'all, I'm tired. I'll be glad when tomorrow comes because we will be out tomorrow. One more day. So true to form, we still have not received any child support. Well, I was talking with a friend of mine, just, telling her what was happening. And so she needed to go pick up her vehicle. There's a place kind of close to where I work that she needed to pick up her vehicle from. So I was getting off of work yesterday early. And I said, well, hey, no, she said, can you pick me up and take me by my car? Because she knows I take the kids into Taekwondo. I said, well, I'm getting off early. Let me come and pick you up before I take the kids, because I didn't want to go into that place, take the kids for their teeth, then come all the way back over here to bring her, then go all the way back to take them to Taekwondo. It was just easier for me to take her first and then take the kids to do their stuff, because I didn't, traffic and that time of the day. Because I got off work at 11:30. So no problem, she was fine with that. So I get in, she gets in my car, and we're just driving down the road, and she says, well, Shakema, I know this lady who gets some food, and she wanted to know, and I wanted to know if you wanted me to get you some things from her. So here's my thing. I am not proud of nothing. Like, okay, you can't go to the food bank, or you can't go to the food pantry, or you can't. I ain't there. I've had a whole food pantry created just for my family when I was in that situation, and a little bit different than I am now. So knowing that, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm trying to adjust this camera. Let's see if this works a little better. So she said, would you mind me getting you some things? And I said, no, that's perfectly fine. I knew I was on a very tight budget. I knew Christmas was coming up, and I knew that I needed to be able to feed my family, plus the next week after Christmas. And then I think there's a couple more days of December into that following week. So again, I only had a little bit of money. Just a little bit of money to kind of make it through. So she said, well, I'm going to call you at a certain time and then drop the stuff off. So fine. You guys, I can't even tell you the amount of stuff that she got. And she even took some stuff with her. She said, well, I took the avocados and the tomatoes because I knew you wouldn't eat those. I'm not an avocado person. I'm not a tomato person. There's something about that texture that I just can't do. So I said, well, that's fine. I just want to show you. She says, well, I know there's some things you can't eat or won't eat. So just find some families that can. And if you can't, then I'll come back and take it, because we may know of another family. Now, I want to tell you this before I show you. See, you have to know about the Lord and how God has always done Shakema. God has always taken care of us. It doesn't matter how, Jackson, you want to pop those Brussels sprouts off and put them in a bowl for Mom? It doesn't matter if I'm at a good place in my finances, if I'm in a low place in my finances. Wherever I am, God is still going to take care of me. He's going to take care of me for the single reason. How about in here, bud? Oh no, where's the big, like, square bowl? Oh, you know what? Do here. Get the strainer, the round strainer, so I can wash them. You over here. Yeah. Get the white one. He's always gonna take care of me, or he always has. Like I know God. When people talk about, you know, God the provider, I know him as that. I know him as a person who takes such good care of Shakema and her family. So I want to share with you what she brought over and just tell you how good God is, because this story does not end here. So let me share with you the things that she brought, and then I'm going to share with you a second story. So I can't even begin to share with you the amount of things that she brought. This is a stalk of Brussels sprouts, and Jackson's going to pull those sprouts off, and we're going to cut them up. And you know how the bread has expiration date and the pies have expiration date? Well, these expiration dates are for December 19th. Today is the 20th. And the stores have to take them off the shelves, but they still have some life in them. So, of course, because we're doing keto, look, just look, you guys. All the bread, all of the organic whole wheat sourdough, the bagels, the treats, the yogurt, a whole nother thing of breads, salads, oranges, and apples that she got for Jackson. Okay, sorry if that makes you dizzy. She got these, this is cranberry and persimmon relish. These are raspberries and blackberries. Oh, this too. Deli sliced, freshly sliced meats, turkey. 2 of those. Then in the fridge, there are sandwiches and deviled eggs and tons of deli meat and potato salad, and you know, this stuff back here, more salad. Let me show you. Oh, here are some holiday without hunger baskets. There's a couple of these. So there's 4 of those, and you go to the grocery store and you pay for a basket, and then it's just filled with mac and cheese, spaghetti sauce, green beans, chicken noodle soup, and then spaghetti and meatballs. So we do like a backpack program where we will have things for kids who need a backpack over the weekend. And so, you know, we are actually getting ready to be out for 2 whole weeks. So these 4 things I am going to take to my school tomorrow and take it to see if the backpack program can use those. Then in this bag, there's candy, more candy, that's coffee candy. There are these vegetable, I think these are kind of veganish or something. But these tasty bites, there's a couple of those. We had quinoa. And then inside of the bag are more, let me see, canned goods, more canned goods. But it gets better. So then she brought in, this is chicken and more chicken and meatballs and meat. This is ground pork. This is Mom's meatloaf. There's several meatloafs. There's salmon. There's all kinds of salmon down here, you guys. So she brought in, I can't even, y'all, it's not even just the way that the Lord took care of us in this specific season of our, you know, times. Butternut squash, that's chunks of butternut squash. Look at this. I see this on YouTubers channels, and I'm like, oh man, that's organic grass-fed beef. I've never bought organic grass-fed beef ever in life. So she got Jackson. What'd she get for you?
Three
Chips.
Of these honey barbecue.
3 honey barbecue chips.
And 2 of these.
And 2 of these. Knowing
Tostitos.
that the kids are coming home this weekend. We're having Christmas breakfast next week. My kids are off school for the next 3 weeks because they didn't lose any school days being homeschooled. We lost 4 days at regular public school. But these kids did not lose any, any time. So Alana, of course, is still doing keto, but I'm sure she'll have treats because her brother and sister will be home. Anywho, so just look at God. But then, so all of that, and I'm just like overwhelmed with all of it, because I did go grocery shopping yesterday, but I didn't get any of the things that are here, and I definitely could not have even afforded half the meat. There was no way. So I knew I needed to get it into the freezer. It's in the freezer. It's going to be fine with no problem. Yesterday, a friend of mine called me, another friend, a lady that I know. I know Miss Molly for the past 7 years. I think Jackson is 9, so we probably moved when he was about 2 years old, maybe. We might have moved before then. He might have not been quite 2, but I'm sure he was 2. So we've known Miss Molly for the past 7 years. And Miss Molly works for an organization called Heart of Hope. And Heart of Hope feeds hungry children. I will leave a link to their page. They have a Facebook page. They don't have like a website. They have like a Facebook page. And I mentioned Heart of Hope in when I was doing the 30 bags in 30 days, when I was cleaning out and finding, cards and little things from before when, when I told you I thought I had the stalker because people kept leaving stuff on my porch and I couldn't remember. I didn't know who it was. Well, it was Heart of Hope. And so when my kids and I moved from the apartments we were living in, we stayed in those apartments for 5 years. Then we actually were able to upgrade to a 3-bedroom apartment. And we didn't talk to Miss Molly for about 2 years. It's not that we didn't talk to her. We just didn't see her every day. Because I didn't realize the whole 5 years she was my downstairs neighbor. So she saw us going and coming every day. She saw us struggling and she saw us getting back on our feet and everything. And so she would do those little things. And I remember the apartment doing a canned food drive one time. And me and the kids, we took stuff over to the canned food drive. And then right after that, right around Christmas time, the whole canned food drive was brought to our house. And we still didn't know who was doing it. So through a series of events, we found out that it was Heart of Hope, and Miss Molly was in charge of Heart of Hope, and that she was helping us. So Miss Molly called me. We got reconnected. We got reconnected several months ago. And it wasn't like we really had lost touch because we would keep in touch via email. We just didn't see each other all the time. So, and then her daughter Dara actually is a youth leader, one of the youth leaders at their church. And of course, Alana needed a youth group to go to. So they actually invited us down for Halloween. They invited us to come down for Halloween. We went, and the kids did all the things. And she's like, hey, we want Alana to come to the youth group. What do you think? So we said, that's great. So of course, they went on a little trip a couple weeks ago to see all the lights. And then they're having a Christmas party this Sunday coming up. And she just enjoys those people and those kids. And it's worked out really great. So through all of that, Miss Molly and I kind of have reconnected. Well, again, I've worked on my budget. I've worked on my meal plans. I've worked on my couponing. I'm doing all of the things that I should be doing. So Miss Molly texted me yesterday, and she said, hey, Shakema, can you meet me either today or tomorrow, so Wednesday or Thursday? I said, well, yes, ma'am, I'm going to be in town. I'm going to be right in your area because the kids have Taekwondo. She's like, okay, well, meet me on Thursday. And she told me where to meet her. So I pull in, and she's not in her car. We were looking for her car because her car has a very specific, it has the Heart of Hope emblem on it. So that's what I was looking for. And we pull in, and she's not in her car. Well, she had given me a text message saying she had to go to take her grandson to the bathroom. So I said, well, no problem. The kids and I are sitting here right beside your car. It's fine. So she gets out of the restaurant using the bathroom. I get out of my car. We hug. She is just a beautiful soul. She says, open your trunk. Now, she didn't tell me when she texted me why she wanted me to come see her. Now, we have just been to the Christmas program, and we were talking about, you know, getting together to do some praying and getting together to do some ministry stuff to, you know, with them and all of that. And I'm also going to try to insert a little clip we did right before the hurricane. The kids and I went down to help with the Heart of Hope 5K run. That's how she raises money for the kids that she feeds. And they asked me to say a few words as a recipient of things before. And of course, it's been, like I said, 2 or 3 years. I haven't, you know, received anything because we just haven't been there. So anyway, she says, open your trunk. So I open my trunk, I shift the kids' bags and stuff around, and let me show you what Miss Molly had for us. So in the back of Miss Molly's car, lo and behold, I didn't realize that she was doing another canned food drive. And that canned food drive was for our family. And so these are the things that she was able to get for us. She got these items, and then she also got these items. And there's just a few more things here that she was able to get for us. And as we're loading stuff in the vehicle, she says, she hands me an envelope, and she says, put this in your car for you. So the food was for the kids. The envelope was for me, and taped, paper clipped to the envelope was a check. The envelope was sealed. So we say our goodbyes. I get everything packed up. We say our goodbyes. And I open up the check, and there's a check for $86. And then I open up the envelope, and there's another check for $50. And then there are some McDonald's coupons for the kids. And it just says, dear family, you know, Merry Christmas. And I felt like something just happened in that moment. It was like the Holy Spirit was really just, my body was, if you know what tingling needles feel like, you know how your hands get cold and then you feel like you had those tingling things all the way down from the top of my head to the sole of my feet. I felt that tingle, and I knew it was God. Because I didn't tell Miss Molly that I had had a rough month, you know, or financially it was a challenging month. I didn't tell Miss Molly that. And only shared with my friend about the child support, not ever expecting her to say, hey, I know a person, do you want me to do this? And then when she did, the sheer amount of things. So I was thinking about this, and I was like, Lord, how is this possible? And what do you want me to do? So when I was talking to my friend earlier, she was like, Shakema, you're going to be so mad at me because I have so much stuff. And I'm like, no, ma'am. Because prior to her calling me, I'd already texted 2 families. And I said, hey, I know a lady. She's got some things. I know I won't be able to use everything, but let me know if your family is in need. One family has 4 kids. One family has 2 children. If you need some things, let me know. And hey, when can you come pick up? Because I was not able to get to those families today because I had to meet Miss Molly and do a couple other things. I got an email earlier this week. We were having a Christmas party at school, and they're catering the party, but we didn't have enough desserts. And so I took in some things that I had coupon for yesterday. And then lo and behold, I have half the dessert section sitting on my floor waiting for it to go somewhere. So I just emailed the lady. I said, listen, I don't know if you're okay with day old, but I'm bringing this stuff. I'm going to put it in the workroom. If there's anything over there that you want to use or need or feel like it's still okay, you know, please feel free to take it for the party, because they didn't have enough. Not only that, but inside the bag was a stack of free haircut coupons. So I messaged Miss Molly. I said, you left the haircut coupons. She said, Shakema, no, I didn't. She said, they were in the bag. You do what Holy Spirit tells you to do. So I'm getting ready to go post who needs a free haircut, because somebody needs a free haircut. And I've got those tickets. They don't run out till the end of February, and they're good for somebody's child to get a haircut. So I'm sharing all of this to explain the goodness of God and how he knows your need. He meets your need, but God doesn't just meet your need. He goes above and beyond what you need so that you can help somebody else. I can't even tell you the number of families that I'm going to help. And also, we're going to be able to use some of the things because I had given away almost everything in my pantry towards a couple of months ago when the hurricane and we needed some things. I took almost everything out of there and passed along to several families. Now the Lord is finding a way to rebuild some things for us. So what I'm going to do is put the things back that the kids and I can use. We're going to keep the meat because meat is one of those things I just can't buy all the time. It's a little bit more expensive and sometimes I'm on the lower end of my budget. But with that being said, I still can give away the majority, at least 95% of the things that are here, I can give away to families that will use it. And also, let me show you what else Miss Molly gave me because I almost forgot this. I almost forgot this. So this was in her trunk as well. Look how pretty. Look at that. That is a beautiful, beautiful throw. That goes with my color scheme in my house. It's gorgeous. Can you open that up, Jack? Maybe.
Oh, and there's another color on the side.
Oh, okay. Let's say Fox and Sons Rex and Sons RVs. So she had a company donate that. That's beautiful. And then she gave me this. Look at that. Look at that beautiful, beautiful pillow. I love that, but I probably can pass that along to somebody else. And then look at this. Just look. And I'd almost forgotten about this. Look at how pretty. Hold that up, Jackson. How beautiful. It's a nice heavyweight vest. A nice heavyweight vest. Just for me. Just for Shakema. So again, when I think about the goodness of God and all that he does for his children, if there's one thing I can encourage you, serve God always. Serve God always. Whether he gives you things or not is not the principal thing. Serve God always because he deserves serving, first of all. But serve God because when you are faithful over the little, he'll make you ruler over the much. I remember when I was the person the pantry was for. And now I'm the person that things come through my hands and I am being the pantry to somebody else. Even in my hard times. Paul says, I have learned to be content in whatever place that I'm in. When I'm high, I'm content. When I'm low, I'm content. When my body is hurt, I'm content. When I'm in good health, I'm content. And I have learned to be content. Am I always happy about my situation? Not all the time. This didn't have to happen. This was neglect on the part of the person who was supposed to do their part. However, God is still faithful. He's still on the throne. He's still taking care of our family. I still needed to get Jackson a gift, and I was kind of short on Christmas funds. There's funds now to get that, what I need to get for him. I'm not real sure what to get him because he don't never want nothing. But there's still now funds to do that. But again, serve God always. Serve God with all that you have. Serve God with all that you are. And when you do that, he is faithful to do back to you. He is faithful and just. One of my favorite scriptures is Philippians 1:6. It says, he is faithful and just to complete that in me which he began a good work. I have always asked God, what do you want me to do? And he has always given me a heart and a love for people. This is my portion. This giving and helping and finding. I'm a go-between. My pastor told me one time, me and another girl, he said, you and Shakema are bridge builders. We are. I want to know who has the stuff, and then I want to know who needs the stuff, and I'm going to say, hey, y'all communicate with each other. She got what you need what she got. Now y'all make the connection. And then my part is done. I'm out. But right now, I'm getting ready to go post and see how many families we can bless out of our blessing, out of the abundance of what he has given us, I really do want to be able to bless some additional families. So the kids and I are getting ready to go and see who we can help. So I could not, this was not a scheduled video for Vlogmas, but I could not allow this goodness of God to go without being shared. It needed to be shared. It needs to be shared. And I'm glad to be the one sharing it. So anyway, this is not for everybody. There are a lot of people who have never, been to a pantry in their life. There's a lot of people who never heard a day-old bread. I get that. But for some of us, this ministers to us. This tells me God's still thinking about me. He still got me on his mind. He still knows my issues. He still heard my cry. How am I going to feed my kids? That was the one question I had when I got divorced. How am I going to feed my kids? And God is still helping me feed my children. And I'm thankful for that. So anyway, I wanted to share this. Be encouraged, sis. Be encouraged, brother. If you are in a season of lack, or if you're in a season of want, or in a season not where you were, but you're just leaning and trusting and depending on the Lord, I'm here to tell you that in just the last week, God has shown up a whole lot, and he has done a whole lot of stuff for this poor girl, for this little girl, for this person who probably is not deserving of none of it. But it is his goodness, and it is his mercy, and it's his graciousness towards me and mine that keeps me every day serving him. Not the things. I'm thankful for the things, but I'm thankful for him and who he is. He has never left me. He's never forsaken me. He's never seen the righteous forsaken, or there's his seed begging for bread. I've never been hungry a day in my life. I might have not had what I wanted to eat, but I've never been hungry. And the way that God takes care of me, I never will be. If I was on keto and I needed to eat some of this bread, I'd be eating it. But at this stage, I'm able to pass it along, and I'm thankful for that. So anyway, thank you guys so much for stopping by our channel. Thank you for listening to my story. I do hope that it blessed you. And just keep trusting God. Keep trusting him. He knows. He hears it all. He's going to do for you what only he can do for you, so that nobody else can say they did it. Hope that makes sense. Know that we love you. Merry, Merry Christmas from our family to yours. Bye now.